To create a patient file, select a group, click on that button, and select the New Patient File option. You can then enter information in different sections. In personal data, fields last name, date of birth, and gender must be filled out. You can add personal fields in the bottom grid by clicking on the title of the first column to choose the Add Field option. A photo of the patient can be added to the file. Right-click on the picture area to attach or delete a picture. In the Medical General tab, you can enter the general practitioner's name, administrative information, and comments in the free entry area. In the Medical Consultation tab, Consultation history logs all previous consultations. You can add a consultation by clicking on New Consultation. Modify a consultation already logged by double-clicking on it. Delete a consultation with a right-click and by selecting the Delete option. A right-click enables you to choose the font size to optimize the display of information. You can add personal fields in the Additional Fields grid. The new fields will be available for all future consultations. The Medical Present State tab shows the patient physiological and health state. You can select several states by clicking on each of them. In the right frame, you can select medication taken by the patient. New medication can be added by typing its name in the field above the list and clicking on the plus button. Free entry areas allow you for more precision. In the Medical History tab, you can select one or several items and add new items if necessary. To look for an item, enter the request in the upper field, then press Enter. Options containing the request appear at the top of the list. To go back to the initial list display, click on the separation line. In the Medical Analysis tab, you can enter a patient's biological data from blood tests or other tests. You can add personal fields by clicking on the header of the first column. The Measurements General tab shows two grids, General Measurements and Body Composition. Data are entered in white cells, whereas values automatically calculated are shown in pink cells. The new values should be entered in the today column of both grids. To add a personal field, click on the header of the evaluated factors column. To view, modify, or delete a factor, double-click on its name and select one of the options. Data in the body composition grid must be given by a bioimpedance device. Data are either manually entered or directly imported from the device connected to the computer. Depending on the BI device selected in the device field, some fields will be or not be displayed. In the Folds Perimeters tab, the value of the wrist perimeter gives an automated evaluation of the type of bone structure. Measurement of skin folds also allow to estimate the percentage of fat. Various methods are available using 3, 4, or 10 folds. In the Allergies tab, a list of the main food allergies is presented. You can select several allergies by clicking on each of them. A free entry area allows for additional comments. New allergies can be added in the Database Management module. The Diet Habits tab shows the patient's diet habits, which will be accounted for by the menu generator. You can exclude or favor foods in the automatic menu creation. Select a category in the list on the left, and then the foods to exclude in the central list. Drag them in the Preference or Dislikes areas. To cancel a preference or a dislike, select the item and drag it into the central list or double-click on it. To exclude all foods of a category, select the category and click Discard All. To cancel dislikes, click Recover All. In the Activities tab, you can estimate patient's daily energy expenditure by estimating his physical activity level. This stage is necessary to allow the menu generator or the assessment analysis tool to adjust or compare energy intakes with daily needs. The estimate of the physical activity level can be done using 3 methods: simple, specific, or full method. You can create and use your own surveys to easily and quickly find out about the diet habits of your patients and see their evolution. These surveys are a combination of multiple choice questions offering 4 possible answers. Select a questionnaire from the top list or create your own surveys. When a large number of patients are registered, it may be easier to use the search function to locate a file. To do this, click on the Search button, then enter a name or part of a name. Now, let's see how to create a meal plan or a daily food log for a patient. In the Patient Files Management window, select a patient, click on that button, and select Classic Assessment or Classic Manual menu. Click on the meal in which you want to add food. Enter a keyword or several keywords separated by the plus sign to find the desired food. Double-click on the appropriate food, then choose a serving. The result from a search by keyword displays foods from various food categories. By selecting one of the foods and clicking on this button, you can display all the foods of the same category. You can also find a food by searching for it in a food category or subcategory. If you cannot find the food you want in the current database, you can try in another. If the food you are looking for is not available in any database, you can create it. Select Database and click this button. Click on the Create button and complete all the information relating to this food in the central frame. Then, enter its nutritional composition in the right grid. In that tab, you can add usual portions to this food. This new food is then available for menus and assessments. To add a meal, click on this icon. To add a day, click on this one. Foods, meals, days and weeks support copy-paste-delete functions. In the top banner, arrows allow you to move foods or meals up and down. You can add nutrients in the control grid. This global setting will affect all further food logs and meal plans. To remove a nutrient, right-click on it and select Delete. In the upper banner, two checkboxes allow you to take into account the endogenous vitamin D created by exposure to the sun and the sodium chloride contained in the extra salt added at the table. At the bottom of the window, this bar chart shows the percentage represented by each energy nutrient in the total energy intake for a given period, the whole period, the week, or the day. A second set of bar chart shows in real time vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients intakes. Benchmark values are the recommended daily intakes defined according to gender and age. When you are positioned on a week or the whole period, deficiencies are mentioned in yellow and excesses in red. The green color means that the intake is within the need range. A bar remains blue when no need has been associated to the nutrient. If you are positioned on a day, a meal, or a food, the bar chart doesn't show deficiencies or excesses, as they make sense only on a period of at least a week. A third chart allows you to do a qualitative control of food intakes on the selected time period. If you are placed on a food, a meal, or a day, the chart will indicate the number of portions eaten during the day for every food group. When you are positioned on a week or the whole period, daily averages are then represented. Various reports are available. Reports are displayed in a text editor and can be modified manually before printing. Save your work regularly as you create a menu or a food log. The name you have chosen is reported in the list of menus and food logs linked to the patient. Double-click on the name to open the menu and make changes. It is highly recommended to regularly back up your work. The ideal backup frequency depends on how often and how much you use Nutrilog. If you use Nutrilog every day, back up your work every week at least. It's quick and easy to do, so don't miss out. Restoration is the reverse operation. If something goes wrong, you can restore your data from a backup file. If you are using a network version, the Manage Users module allows you to add users. Identity, which is the login name, and password are required. Always with the network version, the Manage Connections module allows the administrator to see who has started the session and who is still connected. In the event of a problem, power outage, network outage, bug, etc., a user's session could be closed suddenly without notification to the server. In this case, the session would still be considered active and would block one access unnecessarily. To remove this falsely active session, select the user and click Reset. You can access the full documentation by clicking on the Help link.